Hello students, standard 7th, chapter number 5, lines and angles, in which we are busy with the exercise number 5.1. We finish up to question number 12. So starting question number 3, there are some blanks. First one, if two angles are complementary, then the sum of their measure is blank. We know that when the two angles are supplementary or complementary, what is the meaning of it? Complementary means their sum of their measure is 90, and supplementary means sum of their measure is 180. So here answer is 90 degree. Second one, if two angles are supplementary, then sum of their measure is. So we already talked now that when they are supplementary, sum of their measure is 180 degree. So don't get confused which is 90 and which is 180. Complementary 90 degree, supplementary it is 180 degree. Third, two angles forming a linear pair. Forming a linear pair are. Now we know that when two angles form a linear pair, then they are always supplementary because some of their measures will be 180 degree. So they are supplementary. Fourth, if two adjacent angles are supplementary, if two adjacent angles are supplementary, they form a. It is same like that. These are two adjacent angles and supplementary. They always form a linear pair. We already learned about it. So they form a linear pair. Number 5. If two lines intersect at a point, if two lines intersect at a point, then the vertically opposite angles, vertically opposite angles are always so now we know that when two lines cross each other, then vertically opposite angles are always equal. So they are always equal. Sixth blank, the last one. If two lines intersect at a point, if two lines intersect at a point, and if one pair of vertically opposite angles, vertically opposite angles are acute angles, then the other pair, of vertically opposite angles are. Now look here, when the two lines intersect at a point, so now we get two pairs of vertically opposite, one pair, this is the other pair. So you can see that one is acute angle, then the other two will be obviously obtuse angles. So are obtuse angles. So if one pair is obtuse, the other one will be acute. So these are the blanks. Now question number 14, in which the figure is given and from the figure we have to name the following pairs of angles. Means they gave some requirement that we have to check from the figure and we have to write down the answers. First pair is obtuse vertically opposite angles. Obtuse vertically opposite angles. Now vertically opposite angles means when two lines cross each other, then the opposite pairs. You can see that this pair is acute, but we need obtuse. So this one, angle AOD and angle BOC. So angle AOD and angle BOC. These are the vertically opposite angles. Second, adjacent complementary angles. Adjacent complementary angles. So it should have two facilities. They must be adjacent angles also, and they must be complementary. Complementary means some of their measure will be 90 degree. You can see that here it makes a 90 degree, here it makes a 90 degree. But here there is no adjacent angles with it. But here you can see that if you add those two angles, it will become 90 degree. So those angles, angle AOE and angle AOB, they are adjacent angles also because they have common vertex, common arm and non-common arms on the opposite, and they make 90 degree. So angle, you can write it like that, angle EOA and angle AOB. So answer is angle EOA, or you can write down AOE, is not a problem, and angle AOB. Third one, equal supplementary angles. Equal supplementary angles. supplementary angles means sum of them must be 180, and both should be equal, means both should be 90 degree. So you can see that this EOB is a 90 degree, EOD is a 90 degree, and 90 plus 90 180, so they are supplementary also. So angle EOB and angle EOD, angle EOB and angle EOD. Then the fourth one is unequal supplementary angles. Unequal supplementary. Here we saw the equal supplementary angles. They were making that one. But now unequal supplementary angles. So now to make unequal supplementary angles, we have different situations here. Not only one we will get, maybe we will get two answers also. So we can write down both answers. Now you can see that this angle and the whole this angle means angle AOB and angle AOD. They are forming linear pairs, so they are supplementary and they are not equal. So first we will write down angle AOD and angle AOB, AOD and AOB. Or first you write down AOB and angle AOD. Similarly, you can get another also, downward also. Look this one. Angle BOC and DOC. BOC and DOC. They are making linear pair. So they are also supplementary but not equal. So you can write down angle BOC and COD. Angle BOC and angle COD. Now the last one. Adjacent angles that do not form a linear pair. Do not form a linear pair. So now adjacent angles but don't make the linear pair. So you can see that here you can take this also, that they are adjacent angles, just two angles and not making linear pair. Similarly you can take those two angles also, they are adjacent but not making linear pair. So here also you will get two different answers. First is angle EOA and AOB that we wrote down here. It is same because they are complementary also, but now they fulfill this conditions also. So angle EOA and angle AOB and angle AOB. And second one, this one, EOD and DOC. Angle EOD and angle DOC. So these both are also the adjacent angles, but they do not form a linear pair. Now we have to learn about the different types of pairs of lines. Here we have to learn about the intersecting lines. So what is the special definition? What is the requirement is that, so that we can say that the lines are intersecting. So when two lines have a point in common, then we can say that the lines are intersecting lines. So two lines are said to be intersecting lines if they have a point in common. They must have a point which is common point, means which will lie on both of the lines. Then those two lines are said to be intersecting lines. And that point which is common point, that common point is known as the point of intersection. Here you can see that the lines L and line M have P as a common point, because P lies on the line L also, P lies on the line M also. It means that L and M are intersecting lines, and which is the common point P. So point P is called the point of intersection. So now it is not necessary that every line must intersect each other. There can be non-intersecting lines also. For example, if you see that those two lines, if you extend them, they will not cross each other, they will not have any common point. So they are non-intersecting lines, which are known as parallel lines also, but we will learn about it later. So here we have to learn about that when lines are intersecting, when can we say that? Only when they have a common point. Now you can get any idea, so many idea around you about intersecting lines. First of all, if you see at your floor, there are tiles. The lining where the tiles are joining each other, you will get that they will have a common point. Similarly, in your house also, when the two walls are adjoining each other, then the lines are having a common point. In the window grills, if the bars are there, then they will also, in that also you will see the intersecting lines. So in so many examples you can find which are intersecting lines. If you consider this also, this line and this line, then they are also intersecting lines. In the book also, the line joining this one and this one. So in your surroundings, you will find so many examples that represent the intersecting lines. Now, question is that if two lines intersect, can they have more than one common point or not? So you can see that they can have only one common point. They cannot intersect in more than one point. So if two lines intersect, then they can intersect in, they cannot intersect in more than one point. It means that if they intersect, then they must have only a single common point, or they will not intersect. So if they intersect, they have only one common point. Now the other thing is the transversal. When a line intersects two or more lines at distinct points. That word is very important. Distinct points. Then that line is called transversal. So when a line intersects two or more lines, not necessary that it must intersect only to two or more lines, but there it must intersect into two different distinct points, then that line is called the transversal of the other two lines. Here you can see that line L and line M are here. Now line T is intersecting line L also and M also. It intersects line L in point P and line M in point Q, two distinct points. So here line T is called the transversal for the lines L and M. There can be more than two lines also, like that 1, 2, 3, and then if we intersect into distinct points, it should intersect in distinct point. Then and then only it is said to be the transversal. Look at the other figure here. Here the lines L and M are there, but line T intersect both the lines, but only in one point, not two distinct points. And therefore here it cannot be a transversal. So here T or L or M, nobody is transversal for other two, because they intersect in only one point. And as I told you, it should intersect into distinct points. Then only it is said to be transversal. In the next video, we have to learn that when a transversal intersect two lines, then some pairs of different angles are made, and that we will learn. So here we are going to finish the session, which will be followed by the PDF. Any confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.